The race to roll out a coronavirus vaccine clears another hurdle. Pfizer says its new vaccine is almost 95% effective. Let's get more now on the Australian War Crimes Report. I'm joined by Rawan Arraf from the Australian Centre for International Justice. Rawan, in your view, how significant is the finding of that report and the apology that went with it?
I think it's quite significant. What we have to remember about this inquiry is that it's been running for a very long time. You had extensive media reports that outlined really serious allegations of war crimes that affected many different families throughout Afghanistan, particularly in provinces where special forces in Australia were active in Kandahar and Uruzgan. So I think it's quite significant for a number of reasons. And of course, this is the beginning. This is the reckoning. For many years, as the Australian public has been aware through extensive reports that, some serious crimes were being committed in their name in Afghanistan. So I think now this is the reckoning, and we're very interested to monitor the process going forward and ensuring that the victims and the families of the victims that have been affected are directly able to participate in the legal proceedings and justice processes that will follow.
And what do you think needs to happen as a result of this to make things better?
One of the interesting things that came out of the Chief of the Defence Forces press conference, and of course there was an announcement last week by the Australian government, that it's about individual and collective responsibility and accountability. And I think the most important thing that we've seen, the development, a really positive development, is the establishment of this Office of the Special Investigator. We're told that the office will be staffed with experienced investigators, legal counsel and other support personnel. The government did recognise that investigations of these kinds are really complex and require international cooperation. So I think this is a really positive development, and what this office is supposed to do is investigate the allegations of the incidents of war crimes and refer briefs for prosecution to the Commonwealth Director of Public Prosecutions. So I think this is a really interesting process going forward. We're very encouraged by it, but of course we want to ensure that the investigations are conducted effectively and genuinely, that victims are included in the process as far as possible, that the impacts on their families are recognised and considered.
How much interest, how much attention has this had in Australia? Give us a sense of the scale and the importance of this report and the conclusions.
I think that there has been really huge public interest in relation to this. I think, it's also going to be a reckoning for the Australian people as well. And this is why it's an important part that you have investigations into allegations of war crimes, because they the defence, they affect the Australian people and humanity as a whole. And I think this is a fundamental part of the accountability process. And certainly I think there's going to be more that will come out in the next few years, and more shocking allegations of crimes that will come out as a result of what we will see in these reports, and any trials that will come about as a result.
OK, Rawan Arraf from the Australian Centre for International Justice, thank you.
Thank you.